Hello and welcome to the Hyundai Click to Buy engagement webinar. My name is Jason Dorr and I'm joined today in the studio by Tony Whitehorn, CEO of Hyundai.
Hi there.
Ashley Andrew, Sales Director of Hyundai.
Hi.
And David Pugh, Marketing Director of Hyundai.
Morning.
Thanks very much indeed for joining us. Tony, the first question to you, why was Click to Buy first introduced and how's it fared? You know, what have been the successes so far?
Yeah, I think whenever we go shopping, for most things, we can either go into a store and buy and have that physical transaction, or we can go online. So we have that choice. We can't do that with new cars. We can't have a complete transaction going online. And that therefore means we're missing out on that. So what we recognise is that people are desiring to have that opportunity, that choice, and a number of other people have filled that space, CarWow or brokers. And what that does is it hurts the dealer profitability. So we need to fill that space with the online click to buy. That's the reason we got there. So we're fulfilling customer opportunity and desire, and it gives us incremental sales. The success has been fantastic because what it's done is it's enabled people to fulfill that opportunity. The negative, however, has been that we haven't had an extensive range. It's been very limited. We now need to extend that range to enable everybody to buy every car online.
David, Tony said, you know, there's this massive space that consumers want to fill. There are obviously other brands doing similar executions online. How does the Hyundai system kind of vary from that? What do you offer in addition to those others?
Well, what Click to Buy brought was the first complete end-to-end digital solution. So a consumer's always been able to do bits and pieces of the transaction, but in separate places. So selling a car online, a used car, is possible. You can go online to get a loan if you want to try and finance a car. You could always do some parts of the buying process online. Click to Buy for the first time brought all the pieces of the jigsaw together into one place. So a consumer on a single website can configure their new car, they can trade in their used car, they can sort out all their financing, and they can actually complete the transaction. And it is the simplest, the quickest buying process available anywhere at the moment, and the most user-friendly. And for some consumers, that's a very strong attraction.
And you've talked there about the consumer journey. How easy is it? You know, how do they access the system? What's the journey? Is it simple, or do they need to learn how to use it?
It's very, very simple to use, and all the functionality lives within the new Hyundai dealer websites. So in terms of the route in, there'll be links in from the national Hyundai site and from the national Click to Buy site. Any online organic search for dealer website will take customers straight there as well. But also customers from their own digital infrastructure can have links through into their own specific Click to Buy pages. And within those dealer websites, the dealer pricing that runs the Click to Buy engine, if you like, is fully integrated through the site. So if a consumer configures a car within the dealer website, they will see the local dealer pricing. They can also see the latest Hyundai Capital financing offers. So there is a complete integrated dealer solution within the dealer website. And we've done lots of other things as well. So the used car offer is now completely integrated into the site rather than dropped in a frame, which means it works much better on mobile. Servicing is much easier to find as well. So we've very much designed it as a very simple transaction site that allows customers to get the transactions that they want to have with the dealership as quickly and easily as possible.
It sounds actually like a huge investment as you've moved from phase one into phase two, all these enhancements we've heard about. Does that mean that as a dealer I'm going to have to start paying for all this functionality?
Yeah, I mean, when you hear David describe it, you realise what a powerful e-commerce platform it is. And the great thing is there's absolutely no charge to the network. So it's complementary, it comes as part of the franchise, and really Hyundai see it just as part of the ongoing development and investment. As consumer behaviour changes, it's the brand's responsibility to keep pace with consumer demands and changes in consumer buying patterns.
I guess the question is, Tony, you know, does this replace the traditional dealership model? Is it the end of retailers as we know it?
Yeah, far from it. I mean, Ashley and I have had lots of conversations about this. What we need to do is we need to bring the dealers on board with this. What we've discovered is that when people buy a car, it's not a one-off purchase. What they end up doing is they realise that they're building a relationship. So they buy the car, but they know they're going to bring it back for servicing. So what they require is that relationship with an individual. So you have that in a dealership. What we need to do is we need to expand the dealership model to embrace online, not replace it. It's the two coming together.
And I guess an important part of this is the pricing model. So who controls the pricing model? Is that Hyundai pricing, Ashley, or is that something the dealers can now do?
It's absolutely at the dealer's discretion. So dealers, as today, they remain fully in control of their own pricing policy. So the system is set up. You access it through the click to buy section in Highway. The default position is manufacturer's recommended retail pricing, but then the dealer has the full discretion to decide their own prices by model. Now there are some default settings in the system to stop obvious mistakes such as missing off a zero, but overall the pricing policy remains the dealer's pricing policy.
So, I mean, David, I'm an online shopper. I love Amazon, eBay. I sit down, I find what I want, and then inevitably I compare prices. Does this, if you like, self-control where the dealers are deciding their own pricing policy, does that mean that customers are going to sit like I do with Amazon and just compare prices endlessly? Is it going to mean a race to the bottom on price?
Very definitely not. In fact, we put a lot of effort into making sure that Click to Buy just was not another comparison website. So the way it works is when you first go on to Click to Buy a national site, you'll see the national price pointed offers, and you'll be prompted, would you like to see offers in your local area? And to do that, you need to create an account, you need to put in your location, and then you'll get a choice of your closest dealer. Once you've done that, that dealer is linked to your account, and if you get some price quotes through the system, they're stored in your account for that one dealer. If you want to switch to another dealer, you have to go through a process that has 8 individual steps, during the course of which you'll be prompted that we're about to reallocate your account to a new dealer, which is going to lose all the information that you currently have against the first dealer. So you actually have to delete all your existing history in order that you can go to a new dealer. So it's very much not a comparison website. And in fact, we've made it sufficiently awkward for a customer. Frankly, if you want to do that, it's much quicker just to pick up the phone and ring the 2 dealers, which consumers can do today. If they can be bothered to sit down with a biro and a pad of A4, then yes, you can compare pricing, but you can do that in lots of other ways already today. So we're not creating a comparison website, but we are making it very easy for consumers to find the offers for their local dealership.
And I guess a question to all of you, this is incremental sales. Does this mean as a dealer I'm going to get a click to buy target on top of my sales target? How are you going to manage that?
Well, you absolutely won't know. I mean, this must be seen as another tool in the toolkit for dealers to get to the targets that we set them. It's not, you don't get any additional task with this. This allows you to engage with those consumers who conventionally might be more reticent to come into the showroom, but they're more comfortable with going through the buying process online.
And I think that's actually quite important, that this is an incremental sale. That's the message that we're doing. We're capitalising on an area that we're not in at the moment. We need to really get hold of that and use it, and therefore help the dealer network.
And I guess what we've all seen with online is, if we take my children as an example, in their 20s, they're more comfortable perhaps starting their research online. They've been intimidated going into a dealer or a retailer, relatively young, and talking about big sums of money. So this is a way for them, I guess, to engage.
Yeah, very much so. I've got 3 millennials. They will not go into a dealer,
Right.
I'll be honest with you. They buy everything online at the moment, and they would love to be able to buy a brand new car online. They are symptomatic of that generation. We need to capitalise on that, and this is the opportunity to do it.
So in terms of rollout, phase 1 everybody's familiar with. Phase 2 kind of begins now. When will dealers be able to start to upload their pricing and really get engaged with this?
As from the middle of 2018, in May 2018, we're going to start gradually roll out. We're going to do this across the regions, really, aren't we? We're going to start off with Area 1.
Yeah, we'll start with Area 1, and then we'll move through Area 2, and it'll be a phased rollout, and we'll get feedback from dealers as we go.
Gentlemen, exciting times ahead, and I'm sure that this is going to prove to be a huge success for the dealers. So thank you for your time today, and we look forward to seeing Phase 2 and the success it brings. To find out more about Hyundai Click to Buy, then go on to iNet, where you'll find a full user guide and also timings for rollout in your region. If you have any other queries or questions you'd like to direct to the team, then use the on-screen email address and they'll get right back to you. In the meantime, thanks very much and good luck.